that in Akhir zaman in particular, you will find the most learned of all men, the only one who can penetrate the world in Akhir zaman, the only one who can explain the world in Akhir zaman, the only one who can respond to the challenges of the world in Akhir zaman, is the one who stands at Majma'ul Bahrain, that scholar of Islam who combines knowledge externally acquired and the knowledge internally received.
In 2005, Congress, under the pretense of immigration control and the so-called War on Terrorism, passed the REAL ID Act, under which it is projected by May 2008, you will be required to carry around a federal identification card, which includes on it a scannable barcode with your personal information. However, this barcode is only an intermediary step before the card is equipped with a Verichip RFID tracking module, which will use radio frequencies to track your every move on the planet. If this sounds foreign to you, please note that the RFID tracking chip is already in all new American passports. And the final step is the implanted chip, which many people have already been manipulated into accepting under different pretenses. In the end, everybody will be locked into a monitored control grid where every single action you perform is documented. And if you get out of line, they can just turn off your chip, for at that point in time, every single aspect of society will revolve around interactions with the chips. This is the picture that is painted for the future if you open your eyes to see it. A centralized one-world economy where everyone's moves and everyone's transactions are tracked and monitored, all rights removed. The most incredible aspect of all, these totalitarian elements will not be forced upon the people. The people will demand them. For the social manipulation of society through the generation of fear and division has completely detached humans from their sense of power and reality. This is Aaron Russo, a filmmaker and former politician. To his left is Nicholas Rockefeller of the infamous Rockefeller banking and business dynasty. After maintaining a close friendship with Nicholas Rockefeller, Aaron eventually ended the relationship, appalled by what he had learned about the Rockefellers and their ambitions.
I got a call one day from an attorney woman I knew, and she said, "Would you like to meet one of the Rockefellers?" I said, "Sure, I'd love to." And we became friends, and he began to divulge a lot of things to me. So he said to me one night, he said that there's going to be an event there, and out of that event, you're going to see we're going to go into Afghanistan, so we can run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We're going to go into Iraq to take the oil and establish a base in the Middle East, and we're going to go into Venezuela and try and get rid of Chavez. And the first two they've accomplished. Chavez they didn't accomplish. And he said you're going to see guys going into caves looking for looking for people that they're never going to find. You know, he was laughing about the fact that you have this war on terror. There's no real enemy. He's talking about how by having this war on terror, you can never win it because so it's an eternal war. And so you can always keep taking people's liberties away. And I said, how are you going to convince people that this war is real? He said, but the media can convince everybody it's real. I mean, you know, it's just that you keep talking about things, you keep saying it over and over and over again, and eventually people believe it. You know, you created the Federal Reserve in 1913 through lies. You create 9/11, which is another lie. Through 9/11, then you're fighting a war on terror, and now all of a sudden you go into Iraq, which was another lie, and now they're going to do Iran. You know, and it's all one thing leading to another, leading to another, leading to another. I would say to them, what are you doing this for? What's the point of this thing? You have all the money in the world you ever want. You have all the power. I said, you're hurting people. It's not a good thing. And he would say, what do you care about the people for? Take care of yourself and you take care of your family. And then I said to him, what are the ultimate goals here? He said, the ultimate goal is to get everybody in this world chipped with the RFID chip and have all money be on those chips and everything on those chips. And if anybody wants to protest what we do or violate what we want, we just turn off their chip.
That's right, microchipped.
A nation, or perhaps even the whole world, by cashless transactions, with barcodes, with implantable chips, and what have you.
Access through a chip so small that it fits inside your body, as Attends Don Timoney explains.
It's called a Chip, no bigger than a few grains of rice. It's implanted in your arm.
Different implant for the human body. It's a microchip that can be used for identification and to get medical help. No bigger than a grain of rice. This chip is at the center of a growing battle over its benefits and drawbacks. CBS's Bobby Harley has both sides of the story and the first people
identifying safe people. Most of us are never going to blow anything up, and there's got to be something better than one of these photo IDs, a tattoo somewhere maybe. The Saudis used an American device to scan the eyes of travelers. I wouldn't mind having something planted permanently in my arm.
Everybody getting chipped, all the money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control food, and you become a slave, you become a serf. These people, that's their goal, that's their intention.
The microchips and communicate with them.
The capability exists for building computer chips that act just like nerve cells, and we're developing the capability for interfacing those computer chips with the brain.
And Ray Kurzweil sees a day when microscopic computers will make all kinds of learning as easy as downloading.
You would be able to do things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Is it possible that you could download information into one of these chips? And stop me if this is silly, and give somebody instant knowledge.
In the 1960s, Professor Jose Delgado took a normally hostile bull and implanted electrodes into its brain. Electrodes that could be activated by a radio transmitter. His objective was to see if stimulation of the bull's midbrain could short-circuit the rage signals, stopping the bull before it reached the matador. After the bull had recovered from the implantation and in mid-charge, the button was pressed. The bull's aggression ceased instantly. A clearer experiment was performed with cats. In this classic example, the hypothalamus, the rhythm maker, was implanted with electrodes. Could it be responsible not just for rhythms, but also for rage? The switch is turned. Then the switch is turned off. So indeed, the hypothalamus does control certain types of aggression.
人は何か意味があって生まれてくるのだと。生まれ落ちたからには何か大切な使命があるのだと最近思うようになりました。生まれてきた意味、それを見つけることが人間にとって神がお与えになった唯一の自由であると。
復讐なんてやめとけ。復讐を口にした奴の末路はろくなもんじゃない。今よりもっと自分を傷つけ苦しむことになるだろう。たとえ復讐に成功したとしても残るのは虚しさだけだ。
互いを信じることができない。それが世界、それが人間だとするなら未来はないな。
欲をかいた権力者の純真に比べりゃ世の悪党の方がいくらか人道的だ。クズが世界を支配するからクズが生まれる。こんなこともわからねえ。
流血は流血を、憎悪は憎悪を生び、膨れ上がったエネルギーをこの地に援護し、血の門を刻む。何度繰り返しても学ぶことを知らない。人間は愚かで悲しい生き物だわ。人間ってどうしようもなく愚かだわ。
その道は誰が敷く？外れているとなぜわかる？道理ね。では聞くが、その道理ってのを君に植え付けたのは一体誰なんだ？世界とは本来薄汚い大人の理屈で回っているものだ。真実は権力者たちの思惑と建前に隠匿され、はっきりとした実像を結ぶことはまずない。この場合、お前の言う道理というものはすでに形骸化されたカスのような概念ではないのか。そのカスのような考えを今お前の求めている真実に当てはめたところで、それは噛み合うことのないパズルとなるのか。
一人の力などたかが知れている。ならば私は自分で守れるだけ、ほんのわずかでいい。大切なものを守ろう。
平和を知らねえガキどもと戦争を知らねえガキどもとの価値観は違う。頂点に立つ者が善悪を塗り替える。正義は勝つって、そりゃそうだろう。勝者だけが正義だ。
僕は正義だ。弱い者を救い、誰もが理想とする新世界に神となる男だ。そしてその神と逆らう者、それこそがあった。
そんなの神の名を持ち出して